Hello, my loves, my honey bunnies, my sweeties. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 203. We're going to do installment number 22 of our Love, Truth, and Beauty Quickie Kiss, Keep It Simple, Sexy, rant. And instead of ranting, I thought we would devote this time together to share with you some of my answers to certain queries regarding life and existence based on some viewer questions as we wrap up season 2 of our offering here on the YouTube. Now, bearing in mind that I realize I have not made one Q&A video all year long. Okay, my bad. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. So here we are amidst an even more divide and conquer shit show of that Sevenoidensen with its skewed ordering of the Greek alphabet. Dudes. Okay, so funnily enough, I have a true story to share with you all to illustrate the fluid and collective nature of reality in and out of the matrix, in and out of the true quantum field creation field universe. Now, I recently had a waking dream about being back in the grad school and defending my doctoral dissertation. And those of you who have ever done that, it is probably one of the more nerve-wracking, hellacious, kooky, cray-cray aspects of young living anybody would put themselves through. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, my first interaction in the dream was not with my principal graduate advisor, but with the Imam, whose hatred for me was palpable in real life. I mean, even my own private alliance with Allah wouldn't have budged this man's concretized stance about my ill worth because I defied his patriarchal views regarding women and their roles in the matrix world of the late 1980s, okay? Unbeknown to him that I was not and am not by any means a man-hating fake feminist Westerner. Now, my thesis work regarding the feminine and masculine integration, mother-father, all within the confines of the 7 planes of existence, the 7 Sacraments of Catholicism, the 7 Chakras, 7 soul rolls, 7 soul ages, made his head explode. Like, this dude hated me. So, I digress because in my recent dream, this guy, he asks me to, right off the bat, as I stood helpless next to the podium in the little theater, to recite the Greek alphabet in its correct order and in its entirety, which I did, all the while wondering lucidly, what the fuck kind of sidetrack was he taking us all on? Okay, so anyways, moving on. So the question I am going to attempt to answer is from Whitney, who is from Dallas, Texas, who queried about my opinion regarding the seemingly more downslide of humanity's collective consciousness. That is the dumbing down of humanity's divinity. Now, for myself, having borne witness over the whole of my 6+ decades of living in this world, on this planet, given the focus and for obscene profit at all costs of our technological genius and products, to me, the diminishing of our consciousness, that is the decline of our collective morality under natural law, is present, more apparent, and even more downgradingly stark and disturbing. In my opinion, I believe that the level of consciousness of humanity, say 2 millennia ago, what does that mean? 2,000 years ago, okay, was probably way higher than the level of consciousness of humans today. And here's why, okay? Much of modern day living has been automated for the sake of convenience and for the sake of profit for the elite few. Now, this convenience tricks us into being lazy, resulting in our collective amnesia of our ancient knowledge and wisdom of respecting the planet, working in allegiance and in tandem with and honoring Mother Nature. Now, these basic tenets of the true quantum field creation field universe have been, in my opinion, pretty much forgotten and weaponized against us. Now, in my opinion, when the level of technological genius surpasses humanity's collective consciousness, now, unless we are awakened and have exited the matrix, humanity's stuck in the confines of the matrix, unaware of their grand creator mad skills and true divine being status, are wholly fucked into remaining in servitude to maintain their collective slave existence, all within the matrix. But at the same time, I also know that we humans will not make a definitive change until we've suffered enough through contrasting experiences. All right? You know this to be true. This difficulty, to me, is the fertile ground of spiritual growth through pain, traumas, suffering, and dramas. So our PTSDs are gateways, my loves, to waking up, seeing reality, choosing to exit the matrix and enter into our natural awakened attention center screens, which only exists outside of the matrix, along with its various shit shows that work so elegantly and deviously and beguilingly to hijack our attention so that we continue to feed the matrix our creative energies, forgetting once again all about our divinity and our soul's purpose to create formless into form. Okay? It is not folly, in my opinion, for spiritual seekers and spiritual warriors who endeavor to embody peace of mind and serenity and their creative nature and lean toward the wisdom from our ancient wise ones and cultures. All right? These ancients, to me, were the original reality transurfers. They were working magic, working the law of attraction and alchemical materialization, composing reality and waltzing in and out of the then matrix, okay? However, though ancient wisdom is still around us, it is rarely accessible because humanity in those times were a completely different kind of folk, entirely undistracted by this and that technology, mass media, mostly endeavoring to survive, okay? The path to spiritual awakening was different, and the awakening of awareness between them and us, because of our technological marvels, well, they can never intersect, my friends, okay? The hijacking of the planet and the purity of her resources by the demonic powers that want to be over the millennia until now, resulting in the satanic inversion of the earth into the matrix world, are at the forefront of this difference and difficulty. Whenever there is a radical shift, my friends, and change, we collectively and individually go through purging, a clearing out of toxicity in our collective layers of reality, individually and also collectively. Mother Nature still endeavors to rebalance herself and the planet within the matrix world. Now, the industrialization and convenience of unnatural prefab foods makes for a toxic heart, mind, body environment for our souls. The hijacking of humanity's consciousness through the matrix's various mind control programs has most humans sitting immobile and unconscious in front of computer screens and handheld devices, unable, unwilling to move. And if we can't move, or we don't want to move, we just want to sit there and snap our fingers and want instant gratification, we cannot possibly conduct our creative divine energies. We have to first clean our bodies and purify our consciousness before we think of moving even one step toward those gems of knowledge possessed by the ancients and brought down through the ethers. So, food for thought, my darlings, as we once again cycle through yet another matrix, Holy Days craze, also known as the holiday season, amidst the 7 9s and various shit shows, known as the Christmas, followed by the New Year, often collectively and individually, like clockwork, right on schedule, remarking verbatim as per those prefab scripts of automaton living, our mind-controlled resolutions for New Year's that never happen. That is my speech. Okay, more Q&A next time. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful waking gods and goddesses. Mwah!